Hey guys, today we're going to be going over how to backtest your strategy like a pro. So if I can pull that up, here it is. So how to backtest your strategy like a pro. You're gonna have to bear with me because I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna go through all of this. Um, I mean, I have like the formatting right, but it's, I don't know, new to me, I guess, right? So yeah, anyways, getting right into it. See, I even have notes for myself, right? Um, the first thing I want to say, right, is if you're actually trying to become profitable, then backtesting is one of the most important and crucial things that you need to do. It's like there's no question about it, whether you should backtest or not as a trader, especially like wanting to be a professional, fucking full time, whatever, getting payouts trader, that kind of trader. This is what you need to do. You need to be backtesting. You need to actually backtest properly, and you need to have data on your model if you want to be successful in this, right? So the first thing I want to say is you guys need, like, and I'll emphasize this, you need to have a proper model. You need to be backtesting consistently. I used to backtest like 4 weeks of data a day. I don't anymore because I got burnt out from it, but I'm still backtesting consistently, and it's still like improves my trading every single day. So, with that being said, I want you guys to follow along either by taking notes or by even backtesting with me while I'm taking you through this, right? Like, the there's multiple ways you can go about this, but the biggest thing is that you need your full attention to be on this video. Like, I will repeat this and again. If you can't actually focus on something like this video or anyone else's video for that matter, you're not going to find success in trading. This is the stuff you need to actually lock in on and focus on and actually learn about. If you don't know how to backtest, bro, like, this is the video that's going to save you. This is the video that's going to help you, okay? So why would you give that up, right? Like, doesn't make sense. Anyways, let's get into it. Um, Backtesting is one of the biggest key components, just like I said before, one of the biggest key components to becoming a profitable trader, or it's going to at least put you on the right track to become a profitable trader, right? So this is definitely true. This is true. I know it for a fact because I've experienced it. There's no denying that, right? Backtesting is the biggest thing in your trading, okay? You're not going to know your model well enough to trade it properly without backtesting, right? So if you don't have that data, then how are you going to know, like, where your model is presenting itself in the live markets and where it isn't? You're not. So it allows you to sync hundreds of trades worth of data into your brain so you can, one, be more confident in your model, two, understand your model better and actually refine it so it can be the best and highest win rate, highest probability version of your model, right? So that's what I've done. I went from having like a 50% win rate, barely making any profits back testing, and just terrible RR, all that, not really understanding my model, to now having like an 80 to sometimes 90% win rate. The 90 is very iffy. I haven't gotten to that point in refining my model that well yet, but 80% win rate, 2 RR average, much more profit on all of my backtesting sessions. So it's crucial for this reason because without your data on your model, you're going to be heavily limited to the live markets, right? So how are you going to learn your model in the live markets? It's really hard to do. Like, backtesting, essentially, in a way, is like time travel, literally. Like, it's the most logical and easy, quickest way to cram years worth of data into your mind about a trading model. You can't do this on the live markets. It will take you years to do this on the live markets. Whereas if you're going to backtest, you're going to learn this in months. Like, you're going to get the same amount of data, the same amount of understanding of your model in months instead of years. So, you're not even going to be sure if you can actually see hundreds of your trades in the live markets forward testing over a year. It's not guaranteed. So with backtesting, you're gonna fast track that, right? Like I say right here, if you want to fast forward your progress and understanding of your model, backtesting is the only way to do that. Okay, so I can't stress that enough. Anyways, you should have a model to begin with. What does that model involve, right? So you need an entry and an exit criteria. You're going to need risk management. You know, you're going to need to know how much am I going to risk? Where do I go break even, if at all? Where's my stop loss and take profit? Am I taking partials? And if so, where? Right? So let's just get into the charts for a minute here. And I'm going to show you guys. Let's do the last one, actually. That makes more sense. I'm not going to lie. So you also need to have your list of confluences to enter your trade. A model or strategy isn't just entering wherever, right? So you need to have a criteria, a list. Some people have it on paper. I have it in my mind just because I know my model by now. You need an actual criteria of stacked confluences for when you can enter, right? Do you need to tap into or see a tap into a high time frame PD array paired with low time frame confluences, etc., right? So it's that simple. Anyways, let's get right into it. So when I'm backtesting, I like to first mark out kind of my key points. Where am I looking to see price either draw to or manipulate from, right? So here we have a 4-hour fair value gap and a devil's mark. This is ideal to see kind of shorts. I'm kind of looking short bias here just because London lows don't look sponsored. We have this low resistance liquidity right here, right? So I can even mark out that as a target. I wonder, no, it isn't. Thing is, if you look at this weekly candle, probably also the daily candle, we've got no wicks. So I kind of want to see us wick up, maybe put in a wick, react off this. Oh, it's not even a 4-hour on my. Okay. Well, we have a 1-hour. Anyways, the way this daily candle looks could also be pretty bullish considering we took a previous week low, right? So this is where I want to be kind of discretional. And this is where my entry, exit, partial, TP, break even, stop loss, confluences, and like parameters all come into effect, okay? So coming into market open, I believe this is a Monday. I actually wanted to check if we have any news. 10th of July. Okay, so it's a no news Monday, so depending on your model, right, you want to be more careful on a no news Monday. I know for sure I want to, right? So let's come into it. I kind of, in backtesting, this is something that I'll say right away just because I know a lot of people struggle with this, is you'll click through the time frames really fast, right? So I definitely recommend going through all the time frames, right? So you want to see what's happening on all the time frames because in the live markets, you have each minute candle lasts a whole minute, right? Like that's obvious, but you don't see how easy it is to just click through these time frames in backtesting as it really is. You can just spam through it and miss a trade or miss something that was obvious that you would have seen in live markets. So in backtesting, what you want to do is obviously go through all your time frames, really see, you know, what's happening here. Am I seeing what I want to see? Just look at the charts how you'd see them in the live markets, okay? And that's my first point here. Don't go faster through the data just because it's backtesting and it's easier to be impatient. Always go through and analyze every time frame as you go through the day. Right as you go through live markets, that's how you want to act in backtesting. In the live markets, you're going to be doing that as you have plenty of time each minute, every single minute of the hour and a half in New York AM session to go through and peek at every time frame. You can look at every single time frame in a minute easily, and it's going to actually boost your awareness of the market, and that's what you need. You can't be unaware in the market. You can't be walking around like a robot. Okay, also you should have less emotions and better psychology in backtesting, right? You need to practice that. So make sure you're not like the biggest thing with people backtesting is they get impatient and just start taking random stupid trades. You got to make sure you're not getting emotional or impatient. It's pretty easy to stay unemotional and objective. Just make sure you're not getting impatient when you're backtesting, okay? A lot of the time in backtesting, you're gonna convince yourself that a trade will win or that a trade is good as you get impatient and just keep on skipping through the time frames, and then something weird that looks good to your brain and your brain starts convincing you that, oh, this looks good, and then you take it and it's a loss. You don't want to scuff your results, so make sure you're actually looking for something that sticks out to you, okay? So here I'm waiting for this unfilled 5 minute to be formed. I do this exact same thing in the live markets because I can't trade unless I have an unfilled fair value up to target, unless I have a range to rebalance, right? Now, seeing this, we've taken out all these upper draws, right? I definitely want to see us rebalance down here. We have this hourly low as well as an hourly unfilled fair value gap, which would be our pre-market sell side liquidity. So we definitely have a range that needs to be rebalanced below us. We don't necessarily have to trade up now, right? So what I'm looking for is simply, now that I have external confluences in line, I'm looking for internal confirmation to target my targets. That's as simple as this is in backtesting, guys. Like, just get your, sorry, I can't see. Yes, I think we have an SMT. Get your checklist, whatever you need, and literally just line it up and wait for this shit to pop out at you like it does right here. And right now, my model is invalidated. I couldn't have taken that just because we tapped in the 5 first, right? I could have taken this 5 minute inversion, but I don't know. Do we have an SMT? No. I don't know. It really doesn't matter, right? Like, I know for a fact, and especially in the live markets, like I could have hesitated on that or something. So really, it just comes down to seeing things that stick out to you and following your model as well as you can, right? So go through this. Still nothing as of now. We do have this long. It's just we don't even have an SMT, and we've left London lows, like literally just edged them. So this isn't something I'd want to take. If we get a continuation downwards, maybe, right? So what do? We get this 5 minute tap. I'm looking to see this get respected now. If we can't respect it, then I'm going to look for a move up. But here, it just kind of looks like we're not going to get anything. I wouldn't take this 5 minute in the live markets. This right here, like, I don't know. That's not a smart long to me. I'm not gonna lie, right? So what I'd rather see is we now have an external SMT right here. I want to see us tap into this 5 minute. And then maybe get like a mech short down. So we've opened a 5 there. Okay, looks like we didn't get it. So today might just be a no trade day, right? Like we had this smart money reversal down here without taking out London lows. It might just be one of those days. So this is the time where you want to stay patient, look for something that's A plus, right? Like you don't want to be forcing a trade. Now we have this 4 minute here. The only thing is that it's not mechanical. This internal low is pretty prominent though, which I like. Sorry, I have to like look around the camera to see. Yes. I mean, just based off the fact it's a Monday, I don't want to take this, and the fact it's not mech, but I can definitely see it working, which it does. That would be a break-even spot. Let's see if I line that up. How does that look? Target like London lows. Yeah, I mean, looks like it's gonna be a break-even trade. but this is that Monday price action that you want to avoid, right? So if it's in your parameters to be more careful on a Monday, that is why. Okay. We'll go into Tuesday now. I believe Tuesday, no news. Okay. Let's go on to the third part of this. Okay. So, like I've been saying, have a checklist of your model or your strategy to go over beside you if you need. Okay. It's very easy to start taking poor quality setups and back testing. So make sure that you have everything lined up to help you raise the probability of your success in backtesting, right? So if you need a checklist, if you have it in your mind, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you're actually taking the highest quality, most probable A+ setups. You can't be forcing things because you're getting impatient and just because it's backtesting and you don't care about it, right? Like, it doesn't matter that you don't care it's backtesting. You need these stats to be accurate. So getting very good at backtesting takes a lot of time. Up your reps if you're feeling impatient, okay? So what I mean by that is impatient that your statistics aren't showing in the live market or you're not making the progress you want in backtesting. For me, back in like December, I wasn't backtesting very well. My stats weren't that good. So I was feeling a bit impatient. And instead of just taking bad setups or like crashing out on backtesting, I just upped the reps. I backtested 4 weeks of data a day. And it took me to the point where I was making insane progress out of thin air, okay? The more screen time you have, the easier your model becomes to spot and execute on. Right there, you saw me spot multiple setups, right? So the more screen time you have, the easier this is going to become. You just need to be patient or be patiently impatient. And patient impatience means take action and a shit ton of action, okay? So, things aren't going to happen instantly, but you sure as fuck can up your inputs to make it happen faster. So that's what you need to do. Consider the market conditions when you're backtesting. Look, I forgot that was here, and sure enough, I avoided that trade because of market conditions. Okay, so would you trade in a day that we just dumped out of market open or had no volatility or chopped all morning? Or, like I said, an unprobable day like a no news Monday. The backtesting environment can make it very easy to disregard these factors, okay? That we would usually notice on live markets, even though it's not real, we still want to avoid bad trading conditions in backtesting. It's really easy to just overlook stuff because it's backtesting. You can just flick through the buttons, okay? And flick through the time frames. You need to pay attention and understand when it's good or bad conditions. Let me see if I have that. I don't remember if I do. I don't have it, so maybe I'll pull that up. Sorry, I'm just getting something ready for the expectancy part. Let's go through another day first, though. Okay, so same as Monday. Looking bearish. I definitely see us holding this. Took out London highs in that buy side, pre-market. I can definitely see London lows and Asia lows being unsponsored and therefore something to target. And then obviously we have all this stacked liquidity and previous day low. So sell side targets honestly just look better to me. Let's see. Any fair value gaps? Not really. So the only thing obviously is that we inverse the 4 hour upside yesterday. I don't think it stops us from at least taking out Asia and London lows. So that's what I'm going to aim for. We're just going to see really what presents itself off market open. Do these candles. Okay. So we have an SMT here. so we don't need to trade to those highs. And we have a 5-minute fair value. Okay, yeah. We ran through it. Just like that. At this point, I just want to see us, I don't know, dump. Continue to dump, and then get something to rebalance this range. So we have this Mac model right here. I'm actually open to taking this just because we have a 3 drive, a big SMT. Got to rebalance the 5. And then I'd probably just target some sort of fib level here. But we can always just hold up here. I'm more comfortable with a 1-to-1 though, I'm not gonna lie. I think that is just higher probability considering we're so bearish. But yeah, let's look for that and see. Okay, stop hit. That's fine. It could give us a re-entry actually, just because of the fact that we now swept this internal low, and we're probably creating a 15. Okay, we did create a 15. So this is another thing, right? Like in backtesting, if you just start like going on a losing streak, you could kind of crash out. I feel like that's happened to me before for sure. Just like getting emotional and backtesting because you're on a losing streak and just taking stupid setups, right? So a lot of the time, some people like question if their backtesting results are good anymore, if they know how to backtest. You really just need to take a walk, like get away from even backtesting, right? Just for a bit, to reset your mind, honestly. I think that's helped me a ton. Because before, you know, the impatience, like if I took this loss before, my impatience would kind of just seep through and I just like start trying to make it back or something like that, and I just ruin my backtesting results. Like they wouldn't be consistent. All right, there we go. So we do get the 5-minute inversion here. We even have an SMT at this internal low now, which I like, and we probably still have an external SMT. Yeah, we have like a massive external SMT. So this is a re-entry I'd be open to taking, just because of how confident I am in the fact that we need to rebalance this range. Again, I think now, just because of the fact we've taken out that internal low, we're expecting this 15-minute fair value gap. Is it a 30? It is, yeah. So wicking the 30, and we just have so much that we need to be, I'll get rid of that. So much that we need to be rebalancing. So this is very, like, especially this low resistance liquidity right here is definitely high conviction. So I'm going break even at the 15-minute top. Just like my model says, right? So guys, follow your rules. This shit's easy. If this goes to break even now, boo-hoo. But I will be taking partials at 1-to-1 right here. And I will be holding until this buy side. All right, let's play it out. So these are the times where you guys can skip through this shit, right? Like, I don't know. It really depends on how you actually manage your positions in the live market. Like, if you're, I don't know, I don't trail my stops. Live market back testing, it doesn't matter. I let it sit at break even. It hits my TP or it doesn't. There's certain situations where I may or may not actually manage my position, but here I'm completely fine with just letting it run. If it runs to break even, that's whatever, but at this point it's just getting annoying. All right, perfect. Long ass trade. Let's see how long that was. Hour and a half. So yeah, I mean, in the live markets, right? Like it's definitely much harder to hold a trade like this. This is the importance of just setting alerts and closing your phone, your computer, whatever, right? Like these trades are entirely possible. Backtesting, sure, it's easier because you can just click through. But if you just follow the exact same thing you do in backtesting, these exact trades can happen with you too, right? So I was completely fine with this trade. I guess, looking back on it, I should have waited for the internal low. That thought definitely went through my head, but the reentry was completely fine, and I believe we did end up coming out on top by, yeah, 200-ish bucks there, I guess. So, I mean, beautiful trade, right? Like, perfect smart money reversal, double SMT, internal low. We were respecting the 15 to 30. Need the range to be rebalanced, and at this point, it's a 10 a.m. open low, high close, and we have this liquidity above us. Perfect. This is my model. If your guys' model is similar, this is exactly what you're looking for. This is exactly how you should have played it, right? I'm gonna stop glazing myself here though. Like, I mean, yeah, it's a good trade, but I'm just trying to help you guys out, okay? So, next thing, okay? You can calculate your expectancy with only 25 trades and have a decent, decent idea of what your overall stats should be for more trades, right? So, using an expectancy calculator, you can only backtest 25 trades and plug your stats into an expectancy calendar to see your projected performance over time. So, this is a big thing that kind of gave me hope when I was first backtesting is I was kind of doubting myself. I'm like, dude, can I even be profitable doing this? But you understand, once I show you this, the only thing that matters is consistency. Like, dude, you could have terrible stats, but you could still be profitable. And the only thing that matters is consistency and extreme consistency. Like, you genuinely have to. You have to just forget about the emotions and just stick to being consistent, follow the plan exactly how you would in backtesting, and not let anything affect your trading and the objectiveness of your mind in the markets. And this is easy, and these stats will make you profitable. Okay, so you still definitely should backtest a couple hundred trades or more. Like I have 900 trades backtested, but using an expectancy calculator definitely gives you some needed insight and confidence in you and your model. Okay, so I'll pull this over here. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, so look, yeah, you can see it, right? Account balance 50K. So we're assuming a 50K account. Let's say you backtested, you have a 60% win rate. I think that's pretty standard for anyone who's at least a few months into backtesting. Okay, risk to reward. Let's go to my old backtesting session. How do I go back? Bear with me. I hope you guys are taking notes and stuff or just following along. This stuff is so important, man. Seriously, so important. Okay, this is my first ever backtesting session. We're going to go with this just because the stats are a bit worse. And I think this will be more accurate to what some of you might be going through. Yeah. So as you can see, I'm sure, I can't remember. This must have been, I think, either this was like November or like October to December of 2024. So not even that long ago. But let's plug this in, okay? 54.26% win rate. Average R 1.67 on a $50,000 account. Average risk, average loss was 0.43%. Okay, that's perfect. Let's do 25 trades like I said. Okay, and look, in this section, you're going to see your expected return. Okay, so if you have, this is expectancy. If you have a green, a positive expectancy, you're more likely to be profitable over the long run on a sample size of whatever, right? Like this is infinite sample size. It's like, I don't know how to explain it. Someone else made this, but the math lines up here, okay? And I'm going to put this expectancy calculator in the bio, I think, so you guys can check it out, use it too. But seriously, so helpful, okay? So look, basically it takes 25 trades using your average RR, and just using all the balance, consistent risk, right? Like this is pure consistency we're looking at. So it's going to show the drawdown you were in over time. So here with a 54% win rate, you took your first loss, you took your second loss, you took your first win, you took your second win, another loss. This is going to show if you're in drawdown or not. So eventually, I'm sure we were above drawdown. Maybe not on this one. Best thing is you can click randomize until you get a very profitable one, right? So let's see. Maybe, oh, okay, never mind. The drawdown is, I guess, how much you went into drawdown during the trade. I don't know how that works anyways, but you can see the price, the P&L. You can see your balance go up over time, right? You can see.
There's food for you downstairs.
Okay. All right. But yeah, you can see literally your expectancy over time, right? So your expected return as you sift through things, this is going to change, but generally it's going to be in the green just because of your stats, because of this expectancy. And it's going to show you your minimum win rate needed to still be profitable over this sample size, right? So even these stats, which don't look very appealing to the eyes, are profitable. They're literally profitable. All you have to do is be consistent. So for all of you guys fucking up, not passing accounts with these kind of statistics, you're just fucking up, bro. Genuinely. You're doing something wrong that isn't in relation to your consistency or anything. Like, you're obviously falling into your emotions. You're obviously taking stupid trades. If you were consistent, you'd have these results. It's end of story. It's statistical. Trading is statistical. It's probability. This is proof of it, okay? Let's move that out the way. How do I get them back? All right. Sample size is important, right? So without at least 100 trades, you will never really know your true statistics. The expectancy calculator can be off by a lot after your 25 trades you plug in. So if you go on like a 10 trade losing streak, those new stats will be way off from the stats before. So the bigger the sample size, the less discrepancy there will be in the expectancy calculator's outcome, right? So like I just showed you in the expectancy calculator, if you were to go on, let's find the biggest loss streak we can. I don't know, it's looking like five losses in a row, right? So if in a 25 trade sample size, these 5 losses in a row are going to drastically affect your overall win rate profit compared to if I, let's say, put 100 trades in. Your return is still much bigger just because you have way more trades and sample sizes, right? Like, look, on 100 trades, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 trade losing streak. So, you know, I mean, that's statistically probable with a 54% win rate. But higher sample size, the less effect a large losing streak is going to have on your overall performance, okay? So that's also important. Another thing I'm going to show you in this, see, it's copied from someone else because of this. Let me see, can I delete that? I don't even know. Doesn't matter. Anyways, sample size. Look, if I put this on 25, let's look at our 50% win rate. We can have a max of 5 losing trades in a 25 sample size. I don't know what I'm saying. With a 25 trade sample size, a 50% win rate, the max losing streak probability wise you're going to have is 5 trades. Okay, if we put this on 100, now it's up to 7, right? So obviously there is discrepancy with that. This is just math based, right? So a lot of the time there's going to be higher loss streaks, stuff like that, like we just see in wherever those 9 losses were in this. I guess they disappeared, but it's very probable that you can have an even bigger loss streak. The only thing is that it doesn't matter, right? Like, it doesn't matter because overall you're still going to be consistent, you're still going to be profitable. So backtesting results are very different from live results. This is extremely true, right? Like even with amazing backtesting results, I'm still gonna struggle on live sometimes. Okay, so yeah, even though my backtesting results are quote unquote amazing, my live results vary a ton due to emotional and psychological factors. This is just true, right? Like no one's a robot. You're still gonna have emotions trading. You're still gonna have those crash out days, but managing it is the biggest thing. Okay, so if you can manage your emotions, manage the amount of times you're straying from your model, you're going to be consistent. Okay, as long as you focus on consistency. Backtesting won't solve these emotional and psychological factors, and unless you're a robot, you will need to focus on these to actually make progress on live markets. Okay, so the biggest thing in actual live markets trading is focusing on your psychology. You know your model. Everyone knows their model if they've studied it and backtested enough. So now focus on the live markets, focus on your psychology. That's the important thing in trading. Go read Trading in the Zone. Like I have it right here. If you haven't read this book, go read it, okay? Also, this doesn't negate the effectiveness of backtesting. So even though psychology is the biggest thing in live markets, if you have good backtesting results, it's going to show in the live markets. You're going to have better results in the live markets because of it. Because, you know, after backtesting so much, your model is just ingrained into your mind and it becomes second nature. So, you know, taking and transferring that knowledge and skill to live markets is going to be much easier and much smoother. I guess I have a Instagram and TikTok idea there. But yeah, anyways, I might as well backtest one more day for you guys. Just kind of walk through it again, right? Yeah, okay. So here, 8:30 a.m. news. Beautiful. We have data logs. Let's see. Session liquidity. London and Asia lows. Let's see, what are we trading inside of? Okay, we have this buy side right here. And we have this as well. Is this? That's previous month high. Okay. Wonder what that was. Oh, that's previous week high. Okay. All right, here we go. So, kind of coming into market open. We actually have a really good kind of internal model and targets here. I just want to see us take out a strong draw to sponsor a move lower. Simple as that, right? Like data lows, massive move up. I want to see us rebalance that, but we need something that's going to propel us down there to rebalance it. Okay, we already took out previous week high. So now we just pretty much just need to look for a confirmation to the downside. I believe market is about to open here, so we're probably gonna get some volatility. Here, not necessarily sure. Like, I hate taking a trade so early in a market open. So I kind of wanted to see us manipulate higher and then maybe get something. Like an S&T. Okay, so yeah, I was looking at taking this short, but we took out internal low right there. I swear we did. I mean, either way, I don't know. We're still trading inside that higher time frame fair value gap. So here, these are the trades where it's like it's really gonna depend, right? I feel like I'm just gonna wait for this to kind of play out. I don't really trust it that much, and it was smarter to do so, I guess. Now I can definitely look for something You just take out previous month high. That could be great. There we go. Now we have lots of low resistance liquidity. We just took out pretty much all of these higher draws. Like, oh, this isn't okay. It's not all-time highs, but we've taken out all these draws. Now would be a great time to see a reaction to the downside. We made an unfilled 5, so this is something we can target. Anticipate a rebalance of the range. Also have an unfilled 15. So now I'm simply just looking for a confirmation to the downside. If we just keep trading up, then this isn't going to be something that I necessarily want to take. I would take this 5, but we're opening a 15 literally right away, so I feel like this is just going to be a bad idea. And yeah, it would have been a break even. Almost 11 a.m. Let's see. What can we get here? Okay, it's already 11. So no trades on this day. Like there could have been something internally, but I feel like just the fact that we were so bullish, no retracements, right? 10 a.m. was pretty much just an open high. Couldn't anticipate a low close, but that got messed up, right? Like it would have been a break even. So I'm perfectly fine with that. I'll show you guys my statistics on this account for kind of full transparency, I guess. If you guys even care. Alright. Total P&L over however many months, February to July is. That's like 5 months. 80% win rate, 158 trades. Oh, 2 average RR. I'll show you guys the monthly thing. So yeah, pretty consistent, right? Like literally just listen to what I said about being consistent in backtesting, and you guys are gonna get good at this. I want to leave this at the end of the video, but yeah, I have a discount code. I'm gonna put in the link below, or the bio, whatever, for FXREPLAY. It's honestly right now the best backtesting platform that's out, and it's helped me in like tremendously. So couldn't recommend it more. If you guys want to, up to you, right? I don't care. But yeah, I think that's all. I hope you guys get something out of this. I hope you guys get better at backtesting for sure. If you don't, there's a problem there. But just keep at it. I know lots of people who are struggling with backtesting, and you know, they just kept at it and now they're amazing at backtesting. They have amazing results. It's the same with me. So just keep at it, guys. Have an amazing week. I hope you guys have a green week like I am. And yeah, God bless.